Maybe you've taken one of these 23andMe or Ancestry DNA tests. You might learn something interesting about your family tree. One North Carolina woman did, and she got a big surprise. Her birth father is wanted by the FBI for murdering his family 46 years ago. She told WFMY News 2's Grace Holland what life has been like since she found out.
I'm related. I mean, I am a child of this man who did these horrible, horrible things.
Kathy Gillcrist is struck by the sins of her birth father, a man she's never met and wondered about for years.
Is he somebody famous? And she kind of laughed and she said, yeah, kind of in his own right, but I will let you check that out.
When she searched his name online a few years ago, she found Brad Bishop's FBI wanted poster.
That was the first thing I said. I said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
The story goes, Bishop, a former U.S. State Department official, murdered his wife, 3 sons, and mother in their Maryland home in 1976. Investigators say he dumped and burned the bodies in a rural part of eastern North Carolina, then abandoned his car in Great Smoky Mountains National Park. His route, much different than the one Gillcrist took. The day of the murders, she was competing in a pageant.
Here I am doing this ridiculously wholesome thing, and he's committing the most heinous crime possible.
Gillcrist was given up for adoption by her birth mother, who was not married to Bishop. She was raised in Massachusetts by parents she describes as humble, modest, and wholesome.
It was great, except that I was really in a lot of ways not like them at all. I was very ambitious, very dramatic.
She went on to study theater and teach high school drama and English. She now lives in Carolina Shores, North Carolina, and says she never really cared to find out who her birth parents were until she retired.
I had always had thoughts in the back of my mind that maybe I don't want to find out about my parents. Maybe there's things I don't want to know.
She opted to take a 23andMe DNA test that led her to a cousin with a passion for genealogy. It was that cousin who found Gillcrist may be Bishop's daughter.
I started laughing. I said, of course, if I had to have a famous father, he would be a murderer.
Forensic DNA experts say finding a connection to a violent criminal through consumer DNA tests is very rare.
I'd say it's a very low number of cases, it's a long shot that will happen.
Gillcrist reported it to the FBI, figuring their relation could be a lead in the case since Bishop was never found.
He might have other children. And, we might find all of this through DNA. No one has ever proven that he's dead or alive.
An FBI DNA test confirmed she is his daughter. Gillcrist says she sees a lot of similarities between herself and her birth father.
We share that kind of creative energy. I have a lot of energy. He obviously had a lot of energy. I think I know how Brad Bishop's mind works, and it can be really dangerous.
She's written a book about finding out her father's identity and hopes to help other adopted children navigate that path.
I was prepared to deal with whatever I was dealt, but other people may not have the same attitude about it.
She says the discovery has only made her more grateful for the parents who raised her, knowing her life could have gone a very different direction. If Bishop is still out there, he would be 85 years old. This is an FBI model of what he may look like now. Gillcrist says she's not afraid of him, and she thinks if he wanted to reach out to her, he would have come forward by now.